Hello, everybody, and welcome to Joker's Bonsai. I am a Lobo, and today we got the review for WWE Bash in Berlin, as it was this weekend on Saturday. Uh, Hope you guys enjoyed and joined for the watch along. But let's go right into it. We're gonna review the show, talk a little bit about the match by match, and then give you the overall score and the top matches. So the show started off with well, the show overall was pretty good. I'll go over the final rating I have for it here in a bit. But the show started off with the match of the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes defending his title against Kevin Owens. Uh, the match was a normal match. I guess it was okay, but I was also expecting Kevin Owens to turn, but he didn't. He fought it through the match, except a few times he actually on SmackDown that he mentioned about uh, Cody having his one of his knees injured, and then when he finally showed it during the match that it was in fact injured, Kevin Owens controlled himself from attacking it right away. He did, I think, hit it like twice or three times, but he stopped himself from completely destroying that knee, from doing the pop up powerbomb on the apron on the outside as well. So he controlled himself, but you saw a little bit of him disappointed that he didn't pull that trigger. So um whatever, it was that part I did not like. I was hoping he would turn. Uh but one thing I realized with myself is as I've gotten over, I root for the bad guys for the most part. Um but this was just an okay match. The story was good. Match itself was just a normal match. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10, a little above average. Nothing too crazy happened. It was mostly about the storytelling on um, Kevin Owens and Cody's side, but it was all right. So 6.5 out of 7. The next match after that was the women's tag match for the Women's World Tag Team Championship of Unholy Union, Alba and Dawn, versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, former tag champions as well. I was kind of hoping Bianca and Jade Cargill would break up and they would lose for to make a storyline between both of them, but I was completely wrong on here. Bianca and Jade Cargill won. They beat Unholy Union and became the new WWE Tag Team Women's Tag Team Champion. Um, this match was okay, like the other one. The show started off really off. Um, I couldn't. I'll say that they have some nice spots here. There was a little miscommunication, I think, on one or two occasions, but nothing that was like, oh, that was terrible. 6.5 out of 10 as well as the first match. Um, it's just I don't. I know I kind of see why they're putting titles back on Jade Cargill. See, I wanted them to break up, but I don't think Jade Cargill is still very, very green. I think she has maybe 3 years in the business, and there's still some things that she's hasn't clicked 100%. But anyways, 6.5 out of 10 for match number 2. For match number 3, it was the strap match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. This grudge match that has been going on since the Royal Rumble, where it started, and then WrestleMania, where it really picked up, with CM Punk getting injured at the Rumble thanks to Drew's double underhook DDT. I forget, end of days, I think is what, no, that's not what he calls it. Anyways, but also at WrestleMania, CM Punk costing Drew the World Heavyweight Championship. This match was great. Um, I was hoping CM Punk would get a whooping due to the last few weeks he was just back cheap shotting Drew and just whipping his ass with the straps. Um, and that happened. CM Punk definitely got his butt whooped, and then during the headbutt he got busted open. So he got definitely got his back. Um, in the beginning, I wasn't sure who would take it, but I got CM Punk to win. He did win after I think like 4 go to sleeps as he was touching the corners. Um, and finally got his bracelet back that Drew has had since Money in the Bank. I want to say. But yeah, he finally got that bracelet, put it back on, and kissed it. Pause a lot on that because Drew had that in his tights. Uh, that's a meme going around too as well. I loved it. But yeah, this was such a good match. It was not overly violent or good with extra weapons, which is fine. Um, During the match, CM Punk was going for tables. Drew put him back. CM Punk brought it out. Drew put it back. Eventually, they went through it, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was nothing like super over the top, but it was just a great story and a great solid match. I give this an 8 out of 10. Very good match. So far, the match of the night to this point. The fourth match was the mixed tag match of the Terror Twins, Damian and Rhea Ripley versus Dominic and Liv Morgan. From the beginning, I knew Judgment Day or the new Judgment Day was going to get involved. I was also hoping Priest and Rhea Mami would have gotten some help from somebody else. They didn't, but they still managed to pull off a win. This was a pretty good match, a solid match. Excuse me. For the most part, Damian and Rhea had control of the match. It was, I think it wasn't for a few times Liv and Dom did, but mostly till Judgment Day got in, it was mostly Damian and Rhea, and they pull off the win, a big win here as they take out all of Judgment Day. Uh, they put a whooping on them for sure. This was a 7 out of 10. It was I was expecting a little more because this was double betrayal. I was expecting more, but it's still 7 out of 10. Not a terrible mixed tag match for sure. And then finally, the main event was the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton came out in new tights. Have not seen him in anything but black in a while. I think maybe since Riddle. Maybe I'm wrong, but regardless, he came out to new trunks, some red ones. They look pretty good. He also came out very very slow, enjoying the crowd singing the song, and it looked like he was getting in the mindset of the old, where he would that evil Randy Orton, where he would just flex out all the veins to get the, and you just I don't know, it's just that dark side of Randy. But Gunther this was his kind of a homecoming. Uh, the crowd was nuts for both. During the match, it was also they were doing the wave, and you could see Randy Orton catch it and mouth motherfuckers, and then did the wave with them, and then stop the wave with that action. But yeah, you could tell that bothered a little bit on Randy Orton's side, but the match was fucking great. It was physical, as most Gunther matches are, but also very cerebral with Randy Orton targeting that right arm that Gunther uses to chop the hell out of people and to strike really and choke out people. Um, I thought Gunther was gonna win here, but I also had a feeling that if they wanted to just bring him down a notch, just to later bring him back up to have him work harder or whatever, or put that mindset on there, they would have him lose it and then immediately win it back soon from Randy Orton as well. But no, Gunther retains in a great match. It was very physical, um, very like Randy Orton was targeting that right arm, I believe, all match, and you could see the bruises on Gunther's arm. It was good. The match overall was so good. Gunther chopping the shit out of Randy and Randy Orton not backing down too. It was great. The ending of it was very good too. With I mean, most endings with Gunther's matches are great, where he chopped the shit out of him, puts in the chokehold. Randy Orton fights out with like a backpack slam to Gunther. Before that, there was also a chop to the back of Randy Orton's neck, to upper back. Man, that echoed hard. But after that backpack slam he did, Gunther grabs the hold again and puts Randy Orton to sleep. Randy Orton did not tap out. And Gunther gave the hand of respect at the end of the match. It was such a good match. Um, I gave this one also an 8 out of 10, just because I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting on this one, to be honest. I just knew it was gonna be physical, but 8 out of 10. It was just a solid match. Um, but yeah, that was each match. The match of the night for me, it was a tie between the strap match of CM Punk and Drew, and then the world title of Gunther and Randy Orton in the main event. Both of them were physical. Both of them told a pretty good story. And then, I mean, they were both very physical, and that's kind of the matches I've been liking lately. Since like 2 WrestleManias ago with Gunther, it was Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus. I think then and is when I started picking up for sure on that style that I've been like. I'm not gonna say any downs about the show. You know my ratings here. I just think it's point out the positive, leave the negative out of it. Overall, the show I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was not the best show ever, but they had two great solid matches that will probably. I don't know if they'll be considered for match of the year, but for now, there were definitely matches of the night for sure. But tell me what you thought on the comments below. What was your thoughts on each match? What was your favorite match? And what you grade the whole show overall? Um, Also remember to be grateful for all the stuff you have. Be grateful for the problems you don't have. It could always be much worse. Much worse. Sorry. Just look around in the world, man. There's a lot of problems. So be grateful for the stuff you have. Other than that, I've been Lobo, and this was Joker's Wild Side. See ya.